listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk. What's going on, my visionary dreamers? How is everybody doing on Mother's Day? Let's talk Sunday. This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bull, y'all. And you are listening to Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know, it's extra ordinary folk out here doing a damn thing the best way we can. And yes, today is Mother's Day. So, I apologize for being late. My son cooked me a Mother's Day dinner, and guess what? I had to leave it in the oven. I was trying to take a little bite of it, but then I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, it's 7:00. So now I can't even have a fresh dinner because I'm so dedicated. Although I want to apologize because last week, I don't even know, I lost track of the days and didn't even realize it was Sunday. I thought Sunday was actually Saturday. So thanks to the lockdown, you know, that's what happens. So today's show, let's get right to it. That special person, you know, we call mother. I just want to talk to the mothers. I want to talk to those out there who has experienced a mother right now at some time in your life. To the newcomers out there, I just want to thank you. Thank you for tuning in. And I just come on here and I just talk about real life situations, y'all. And, you know, my purpose and my goal is to help us all to look at life at a different angle, to help us, you know, navigate it better. That is the purpose of Chronicles of Living, you know, talk about things from the past, present, and future. And just to help us all along the way, including myself. Every topic I talk about is for me as well. So, you know, today is Mother's Day, and I decided to do Mother's Day Zoom for my mother friends and family members. So today has been like crazy because I'm trying to figure out how to do things, because I said I was going to do a karaoke Zoom and name that tune. So working things out with my son, letting him be, you know, the ears on the other side. And it's just, yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. So y'all should know why I picked this topic today, because it's a special day. I mean, no matter what, how we all got here through a mother, you know, whether she's in your life or not. And the reason why I put in the description, you know, some of us have many and some of us have one. Some of us, you know, even if maybe, unfortunately, we don't have our biological one, whether we ever had them in our lives or not, God always sends someone your way to act as a mother figure. And it might be for a short time. It might be for a long time. Nevertheless, I can guarantee you that if you really think about it, and if you are without a mother, if you never even experienced a mother, and some of us have biological mothers, but unfortunately, maybe your mother wasn't available because she didn't know how to be a mother and she was just doing the best she could. You know, it happens. And sometimes, you know, I just let you know, if you're new here, I go off of what Spirit puts on my heart to talk about. So maybe this is for a few people. You know, some of us we come into this world and we don't experience our biological mother in the way we might hope to. But just know this, they are doing the best that they know how to, whether you realize it or not, you know, no matter what the situation is, you know. And I guess maybe I'm starting to show off like this because my son has a few friends that didn't experience a biological mother. And I thank God that I was able to stand in the gap and, you know, I had a god kid, and, I was able to stand in the gap for a few kids. And, my stepson, there were kids along my path that I was able to, God allowed me to stand in the gap for an amount of time, whether it was short, long term. I still have contact with many of them. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for whatever it is that I was able to teach them, to guide them on, to whatever skill sets I was able to help them with. I mean, it's an awesome thing to be a mother figure to someone, to be able to teach them some of the things that you've learned along the way, share your wisdom, your knowledge, your passion, and help them to see who they are and discover things about themselves as well. I think that it's an honor to be placed in that position at one time or another throughout your life. I have, for some reason, it seems like I collect sons. I've had sons that I collected. I'm not going to say collected like but that I've met, let's say that, from different countries, different nationalities. And for some reason, at some point in time, I was able to act as a mother figure in their lives. And, they still call me today, it just out the blue. And it just tickles me when they do. And we have great conversation, and I'm able to instill that motherly love from a distance. And I just say, we got to be grateful for those opportunities. We have to not only be grateful for those opportunities on our behalf, but be grateful for the opportunities on the other behalf when someone gives you that love and someone gives you that attention and that time out of their life, that they are a mother figure to you and they give you some type of motherly love. A lot of times in life, we take that for granted because we, sometimes we want more than what a person is capable of giving us, instead of enjoying and appreciating what it is that they can give us, and we take for granted the timing of sometimes people that are in our lives. We have on Mother's Day, as we get older, some of us lose our mother. Some of us, our grandparents and things of that nature. My grandparents were like mothers to me as well. I learned so much from them. But I want to say to you guys, if you are a person, and I guess maybe I'm coming from this aspect because I'm 50 now and some of my loved ones have lost their mothers, and I just say to you now, be grateful. Do not use this day as a day of mourning. Use this day as a day of celebration because you were blessed to have the opportunity to experience what others might not ever experience, or what others might not have experienced in the way that you experienced it, And when I say some people have mothers in their lives for certain time periods, some people have them like, I look at my nanny, she lived until she was 98. So my aunt, my dad, they had her in their lives for quite a long time, and they got a chance to experience, while others, like my god sister, lost hers in high school. And then, I had a godchild that lost hers at 6 years old, and, and it goes on and on. So whenever you are blessed to experience someone that comes along on your path that can fill in that gap for whatever time frame that they are able to fill in that gap, or however they are able to fill in that gap, call yourself blessed. Call yourself honored, because like I said, we don't always get that opportunity in our lives. We're not on the dad part right now, but we're on the mother side of things. And I just define a mother as someone that can teach you something beyond what you could have comprehended, or that can give you some type of affection that can just heal wounds that has been opened in your life for some years. To me, that defines a mother when it comes in like a female aspect, let's say it that way. Or in these days, it could be a male aspect that's acting as a mother. I'm not going to leave that out. Times are changing, guys. And, in this time right now, facing this whole virus, that's the time frame I'm talking to you in. I think it should help you to look at life from a different aspect, and not look at life as something. I hope that this thing don't cut off because I just got the full capacity on this cell phone. But I'm just gonna keep going. Just look at life and focus on what it is that your mother figure, guardian is able to give you. What type of love have they been able to give you? Focus on that. Because at the end of the day, we are all working for perfection. I would hope so. We are working to become better individuals day by day. I can speak for myself. I would hope that we all are in that boat together, especially at a time like this, that we are reflecting and we are learning more about ourselves and learning how we can become better versions of ourselves. So, and I had to discover that for myself, that, we as people give what we know how to give, or, what to give, and sometimes it comes from cycles. It comes from what we were given when we were young, the type of attention, the type of love, the type of affection that we were given, or the type of love, affection, attention that we weren't given. So therefore, if we were given a lot of that, then we're capable of giving a lot of that. If we weren't given a lot of that, then that's a little part of our shortcomings. And that's something that we all, have. We all have shortcomings somewhere along our life, or along our path. So when we start looking at mothers and our mother figures and our aunties that's standing in the gap for our mothers, our grandparents that's standing in the gap for our mothers, our godparents that's standing in the gap for our mothers, don't lose hope for your mother. Let's say it that way. And I don't know why I'm on this, but like I said, I just roll with spirit. And, whoever, needs this word today, I just hope that it blesses you and you just look at life differently. And you look at, example, my son didn't have his biological father in his life since the age of 2, really. Technically, I want to say probably 1, but I'll give the benefit of the doubt and say 2. But he has experienced my brothers and friends of mine that was in his life for short times, and that loved on him for the time that they could, and it helped him to be molded in the young man that he is today. I'm grateful. I mean, do I wish he had more of a father figure in his life on a consistent basis? Yes, I do, of course. But I guess I could look at it from that aspect and say, just on the terms of a mother figure, we have to look at and appreciate what we can get. And I don't want to sound like, oh, you shouldn't want more. But at the end of the day, everybody's only capable of giving what they can and what they know how. I repeat that again. I'm myself as a mother to my son has been many challenges and obstacles along our path. And while I might not have been able to, or he hasn't been able to experience growing up in the same home for all of his 22 years, he was able to experience a mother that was present every day in his life. A mother that was always pouring into him, always telling him, look, you're intelligent, you smart, you know what I mean? Be confident, know your worth, know your value. That was my strength that I was able to give him. And therefore, it didn't take the place of, a father figure being there. No, but I was able to do what it was that I was able to do, like be the basketball coach and teach them, work with them riding a bike and teach them how to drive a car and, things that a father figure should have been there for, but wasn't able to. So I filled in some of those gaps where I was short as far as bringing them up in a stable home, far as, me not moving around and us moving around all the time and him going to a few different schools. That was my shortcoming. But I made up for it in the long run. He officially graduated on Friday. Well, let's not say graduated, but he finished his last day of college for his bachelor's degree in computer science and Japanese on this past Friday and got an A on his senior project. So you see what I'm saying, where I had some shortcomings. I made up for it for what I could. And therefore, he still benefited in some type of way. He still benefited from me being his mother, No, I was not a perfect mother, but I did the best I could with what I could and with the knowledge that I gained along my way. And I shared it with him. So this is what I'm saying to y'all about, focus on what you got out of your mother if your mother is not here anymore. And if your mother is here, focus on what you're getting out of her and what you have got out of her from this day forth, and be grateful for that. Be grateful for that, because we all go through things in life, we all have a past. We all have a childhood. We all have a teenagehood and all that good stuff. And you just never know what a person's been through that causes them to act in the way they act or be who they need to be, who they are. Let's say that, But what you can do is you can just accept them for who they are. If in some cases it is toxic, you can still love people from afar, but you can still love them for who they are. You get what I'm saying? Love them from afar, but love them for who they are and still be grateful that you have life. You have life to experience. And now, if you are a mother yourself and you did not get the childhood that you wanted, or you did not experience things that you wanted with your mother, and you are a mother, or you are an aunt, or you are a big sister, or whatever, now you can transfer that energy that you wanted to experience to someone else. And that is what helps you to heal. That is what helps you to close cycles and start it anew. You know what I mean? Start a new way of motherhood. Let's say that. So I don't want to go too long because I have to do my Mother's Day Zoom at 8:00. And I would like to eat my Mother's Day dinner that my son cooked me and drink some of my Mother's Day wine. But I don't know why the message came out in this way. But I just pray that it touches some hearts out there, or it helps you all to get a better understanding or overstanding, as I always say, about life, about us as individuals, as spirits, as, and yes, the title mother is big. It's really big. And in some ways it could be disappointing if a person or your mother figure is not doing what you expect them to do. But then on the other hand, again, look at yourself. Are you doing all that you're supposed to be doing in life? Are you treating people the way you expect to be treated? Always remember, we are all doing the best that we can, guys. And like I said, you don't have to deal with people that, I don't know. I don't know why this message is coming out this way, but you don't have to. I just want to say this. Just work hard at overstanding people, okay? As you would want people to overstand you. Let's say it that way. Work hard at learning to love people no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Even if it means that you have to love them from afar. Let's say that, okay? Appreciate when God brings people in your life. Celebrate them. Celebrate them. Give them their flowers while they're still alive. I remember my stepson called me one Mother's Day and said, I just want to give you your flowers while you're still alive. I just thank you for being in my life. And I thank you for, placing importance on my life in the time frame that you did. It meant a lot to me, and this was when he was young. And it really touched my heart because I'm like, wow, you remember all of that? And it has been some time since we don't talk every day. We might talk like once, twice a year, if that. But the fact that he is now almost in his 30s and he took the time out of his life to call me and let me know the impact that I made on his life touched my heart. You know what I'm saying? It let me know that I was doing the best that I could and he saw it. Let me say it that way. He saw it. He remembered it. He felt it, and it made a difference in his life. Let me say it that way. So, guys, celebrate your mothers today, your grandmothers, your aunties, whoever's in your life that poured something into your life. You know what I'm saying? That taught you some type of lessons. And sometimes it can be a lesson coming from a bad experience, but you learned it. You know what I mean? So celebrate them. You know what I mean? Praise God for them, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. You would not be breathing life if your mother didn't give you birth. So let's wrap our head around that at the end of the day. Okay? So let's forgive today. Let this be a day of celebration, a day of love, a day of appreciation, and a day of looking at life differently, and a day of you reaching into yourself as a woman, as an auntie, mother, sister, whatever, and learning how to pour out motherhood to those you see in need of it. Okay? That type of affection, that type of love, and that type of attention, if you can. Okay? Do what you're capable of and appreciate yourself, mothers. And I say, well done. Job well done to all the mothers out there that's doing the best you can. And if you have fallen short, think about it. Reflect on yourself today and figure out how you can pick up the pieces and how you can, do better. Daughters, sons, same thing. Appreciate who God has put in your life to bless you in whatever time frame you had, whether they're here and whether they're not. Appreciate them, celebrate them, and that's it. That's all I got to say. That's word for today. Okay, I know this is a short one, and I'm going to work at getting a little bit shorter from this day forth. I really am. So I hope y'all enjoyed this show. Like I said, I don't even know. I just start speaking when Spirit speak, and obviously this show was for some people out there, and I pray that it blessed you. It healed you. It made you look at life differently, made you look at yourself differently. And as I tell my son all the time, it is not your fault that, your dad chose another path and decided to be absent. That was his personal choice. And so if that is you, as far as a mother, it is not your fault. That is their personal choice, and that is their life path that they have to work through. So maybe this was a show of healing to someone or to some people. I don't know. But just like I tell him every day, you're marvelous. You are enough. You are love. God loves you. You are here on purpose, and you have a purpose. And so always know your value. Walk with your head up high and know that you are here to add something to the world. You are here to add what it was that if your mother didn't, you have the opportunity to. Okay, guys? So happy Mother's Day to all you guys out there. And I ask that you share this show with anybody that you know that might need this word. Okay? For today, please enjoy your day. Celebrate yourself and celebrate your family. Okay, guys? This is ADionne. Please check out Chronicles of Living on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. I'll get there. Just check me out. Chronicles of Living without the G, Livin. And make sure you check out the books, Visionary Dreamer, 90-Day Journal, and Transform Your Life, Discover Your Purpose. On Amazon and Barnes & Nobles, just type in April, ADionne, ADionne, Williams, and the books will come up. I just thank you guys, and I love you guys so much. You are the reason that I come on every Sunday. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and to all the mothers to be out there, to all the women that are standing in the gap for mothers and that have stood in the gap for mothers. I appreciate you all out there, and I didn't even have my glass of wine yet. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Peace. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chroniclesofliving.com. Until next time, this is ADionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.